Hello, hello. We are live on the internet, Miss Amber Coleman. How are you?
Yay! My long lost friend.
I think it's been a couple months since we've done a live stream, and I feel, my friend, that I have let everyone down, but mostly you. I'm sorry I've not been around to do a live stream.
Where you been? You got to tell us about all your fun places that you've been
I
to.
mean,
We're
like,
excited to
I
hear
don't
it.
know. I don't know. I've been traveling and I've been doing a lot of travel. I went to see my daughter in New York, went to
Mm.
Miami for a conference. I went to Mexico for a work thing. I went to Napa with some friends. I've been gone, I think, 6 out of the last 8 weeks or something. So it's been a whirlwind, but it's
That's
all good.
amazing.
I'm happy about it.
Good
It's
for
been a
you,
good whirlwind.
girl. Live a
Yeah.
life. Live a life. I'm proud of
It's
you.
I'm trying, man. I'm working and playing as hard as I can. How you been for the last couple months? It's been a minute. I miss my friend.
I've been just working, so we're gonna have to start doing the playing a little bit coming up soon for me. Okay.
Okay, well, it's the holiday season, so I'm hoping that you'll get some time off. I
Yeah.
wanted to give thank you for asking, by the way, and I wanted to give a few people time to like join us today because I know it's been a minute since we've gone live. I know we have to talk about the market and give some updates. So for those of you who are watching live, do yourself a favor and comment in the comment box below. Drop it like it's hot. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you have questions for us. This is for you. We go live for you. We don't do this for our health. We go live because we really want to bring the hope of home ownership to you, to the world. We want to show people that it is possible to own a home. So we're giving a few minutes for people to come on live and doing a little catch up. But Amber, while we're doing the catch up, please, by the way, drop it like it's hot in the comment box below. My name is Lacey. This is Amber Coleman. If you've watched us a few times before, just join in on our party. You know what to do. Enjoy the show. But if you are new here, we are here to kind of help you understand what it takes to get your butt to my neon hometown and buy your first home, buy your second home, invest, do all the things as it relates to real estate. So, and just live your best Las Vegas life. Amber's been doing it her whole life. Amber, does everybody know you're a native?
I am a native. You should know. It's a great city. You're gonna love it. But you know the best thing about Vegas is so welcoming. You know when you go other places and you it's hard to like start business or do this or do that because it's kind of like the good old boys club everywhere.
Yeah.
Vegas is like welcoming. It welcomes everybody. So come on
Yeah.
in.
Vegas is very, I've always said that, like, it's like you can do anything you want here. It's like, if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere, like in New York.
It's
But in
true.
Vegas, you really can. You just have to like be patient and not expect this city to be like any other city in the world. This is a very unique experience, but it's welcoming. Come one, come all, right?
It is come in with an open mind and a little bit of ambition, and it'll go a long ways in Vegas.
I love it. All right, well, let's jump in. I've seen a few people come in and out. I wanted to just say hi really quickly to Sue from Vancouver, Canada. How are you, Sue? Good to see you. Thanks for joining us today. If you are watching live, please drop it in the comment box. Let us know what you're up to. And if you do have questions, it doesn't have to do with what we're talking about. It's okay. Drop it in the box. Amber, let's jump into the discussion that we need to have before we can talk about the $20,000 grant program that we're going to talk about today. I'm peeing my pants over it. I'm just going to be very
I know,
real.
I'm excited.
Talk to me about what's going on in your world, the loan side of the market. Obviously, like that's been the biggest conversation happening all over the news, all over the world, in the economy, all the Jerome Powell, all the stuff. But give me your take on it. You always have such a good finger on the pulse of what's going on.
Jerome Palace, don't talk about him.
I know. Don't get me
I know. I mean, it's kind of like okay, so if I look at it like 2 years ago, right now, like 2 years ago, October, November, rates were at the height. They were hitting 8%.
started.
So when you talk about rates going down, they have been for 2 years. They're just not going down as fast as everybody wants them to. So when
And they're
people
not
see
going to
rates,
be at COVID level going down. Like they're not going to be at COVID
I
level. We
don't
have to
think they'll
say this.
ever hit there again.
We're not. That's like a cavity
Yeah,
kind of rate, right? I would love for it
yeah,
to go there, but it's not happening. So stop holding out for it, okay? But
yeah.
where are you seeing it? The sentiment as it relates to rates with all the buyers that you're working with this summer.
I mean like I think everybody's kind of hitting the place where they kind of understand this is our market now,
Yeah,
right? Like this is where our market is. But the cool thing about where the market is, because I love it when I see some more inventory because I know people can get deals,
yep,
right? So you can go out and go get those deals, and then you can ask for closing costs. Because a lot of times, what I'm finding with the buyers is that, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, the hardest thing is the down payment to
yeah.
be able to come up with the down payment. And that's why I'm so excited about this program. Plus, it looks like on the horizon, there's many more programs that are coming out
I can't,
that have to
this
do
is
with
our
down
favorite
payment.
thing to talk about is free money programs.
It
We will
really
be
is.
doing a lot more live streams about that coming
Yeah.
up. This one that we're going to talk about today has some really exciting things about it. So if you're here for that specific reason, stick around. We're going to get to it in a minute. I'd love to run through my side of the market and kind of my take as well, and some numbers just to give everybody kind of the lay of the land. As we enter the December, holiday season, Amber, I mean, how many, we've been doing this 8 years now? 8 years we've been doing these live
Yeah,
streams.
we always know those juicy, crunchy times. Is that what you're about to say? It's a
That's
juicy,
what I'm
crunchy
about to
time
say.
right
Yes, this is
now.
the juicy, crunchy time of the year to get a deal. This is a granola snack, my friends. So, but more so now than ever. And I know that we say that every year, but every year there's a nuance, right? So like a couple years ago, it was new homes. You could go into the new home communities and get all kinds of great deals. Then it was, if you were buying in a certain price range, or then it was if you were willing to, move and buy during the holiday season anyway. There was a lot of other stuff that you could negotiate when it came to rate buy downs. I mean, it's always a nuance, but the nuance right now is you have options, my friends. You have options, and the sky is not falling. On my side of things, from my perspective, I will say that the phone calls that I'm taking with clients who are calling and reaching out, trying to see if it's time for them to buy, are saying the exact same thing. And it makes me sad because what they're saying is not exactly true. A lot of people think that they can assess what's going on in the market by looking at what's going on with Zillow and Realtor.com, which those are fantastic resources. And I love it if you're using them, and good for you. The reality is when they see price drops across the board, everyone and their mom thinks the sky is falling and that, they're going to be able to get $100,000 off of the house that they're wanting to buy, or that houses aren't holding value. They're also listening to a lot of the news stories out there that are claiming somewhere, somehow, that everything is just crumbling. People are mass exodus out of the city, and people are basically giving the houses away. Our prices are not crazy dropping. We are stabilized. You guys have to realize and remember that we have been on a rocket ship for 15 years? About, Amber, what do you think? 15, 18, or not 18, 10, 15
At least since 2012, like 2012, it's been
Right.
on a rocket ship, like after we got through the bad part. So yeah, it's been a while, 13 years.
So yes, you will see up and down in terms of the pricing, but we're not crazy dropping. We're not we were $485 a couple months ago for our median home price for single family units sold. And we were $305, I think, or $295, pardon me, for condo townhomes. So we're in that same range here. It's just, in my opinion, stabilizing, because it is really, I'm going to come back to, I can look y'all in the eye right here. I'm going to look you in the eye. It's really hard doing our job and having our heart broken as well as a lot of our buyers' hearts broken when there's nothing to choose from. It's also very difficult and doesn't feel right inside when I'm telling somebody, no, you can't sleep on it. No, you have to go ahead, and that's the only option you have. I love that people have options now. And the good houses that are listed right, priced right, and that have realistic expectations of the market are selling, and selling for a great deal, and everyone's happy. And those sellers who are not realistic are feeling the pain of dying by 1,000 cuts of the price every single month. So I have a lot of listings right now. We're seeing our listings go pretty nicely, and because we price them well, and I feel good about that. And the buyers that are coming in, I think, are enjoying the shopping process a lot more, and they're getting a good deal. So that's all I have to say. So I'm going to put that back up on the screen because I want to talk through that just a little bit. So again, right now, we do have a little bit more inventory. A couple months back, everybody's like, it's 170% higher in inventory. Guys, a 4 to 6 month inventory is a healthy, balanced market. And look at that. Would you look at that? 4.4 months of effective inventory. Good Lord. Oh my goodness. We're balanced.
It's music to my ears right now. It's music to my ears.
I love it. And our price, like I said, the listing price, this is a big indicator of the mindset of sellers who just don't want to, they're white knuckling it, hoping they're going to get what their neighbor got 2 years ago or whatever. Yeah. So the listing price is $525 for the median listing price for new listings. And the negotiability factor gets a lot of the buyers the homes that they want for around $474 on a median price point perspective. So when you want to talk about negotiation, that's what you can kind of expect. A little bit smaller gap, obviously, for condos and townhomes. I also wanted to share with you, I have a couple of really cool stats that I thought would be fun, if you're cool with it, to share with you guys from the most recent, what's it called again? I got to pull it up and make sure I'm going to say the right thing. It's called the Southern Nevada Economic Stats and Facts Quarterly Economic Report from Las Vegas Realtors, fall 2025. So don't know if you guys know this, but we have 2.4 million people that live in Clark County. Can you believe that, Amber? Do you remember when it was 200,000?
Well, I was like a child back then, but still, I don't look that old, right?
Who said old, girl? I
So
just said
it
you
was
are
that when I was
glowing.
young. 200,000. It grew fast. Like that. This
It's
just tells you how amazing Vegas is.
And the other rumors around the city have been indicating that that nobody's here, that we're not busy, that the strip is empty and nothing is going on. I'm about to show you some stuff that I found very interesting. Let me get to the graph here. Okay, I'll put it back up. There we go. So as you can see, for the last 12 months, this is the most recent report. This is the trailing 12 months of Las Vegas visitor volume. As you can see, the
Wow,
only
that's pretty
massive drop
stable.
was during COVID. Oh my goodness, when the city was shut down. Yes, we've seen some lower numbers as far as visitation and visitor volume, but guys, the sky is not falling. We're okay. When it comes to convention attendance, pretty even keel, tiny dip, but not really that crazy, which I just want to make sure everybody's like realistically understanding what's really going on. Because a lot of people who call me are like, well, nobody's even coming to Vegas anymore. Maybe I shouldn't move. And I'm like, are you kidding me? What is
Is
happening here?
that what they say,
Yeah,
Lacey?
I've had at least 3 people say that to me. I'm like, okay, don't
Okay,
come then,
so
bro. Somebody
you
else will
guys
buy the
should,
house.
yeah, and you guys should really take a trip down to the strip
Yeah,
because
it's
because
a lot.
I
Yeah.
started hearing that. So as a local, like when you see like, oh, Vegas might be struggling a little bit, so you're like, okay, let me go to a show, let me go to this, let me go to that. So I went down to the strip a couple weekends. I'm like, what are they talking about?
Yep.
It took me
Yeah.
2 hours to get out of there.
I'm
And I'm
elbowing
like,
people out of my way. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, this it's so busy. When you go down there, you're like, what's the news about? I don't understand because there's so many people there.
It's just to me, I think we talked about this before, like clickbait is what sells, negativity is what sells.
Yeah.
And if there's a slight shift in the wind, everything, the sky is falling, everything is crumbling. And it's just really sad because that sentiment does carry weight. People do still trust what they read on the internet and hear
Yeah.
on social media. And unfortunately, not everybody has the best intention behind that. And I'm not saying that like news outlets aren't sharing facts, but you have to understand how to interpret those facts and numbers. So just
Well,
friendly reminder, friendly reminder.
and they
And
were doing it in the summer when it's
yeah.
always low.
Yeah.
Every
But
summer
even
it's
in
low.
summer, Amber, look at this. Harry Reid International Airport passengers, 12 months trailing is higher in 2024 and 2025. It just barely started to dip, just barely started to come down this year towards the end of the year. And then same thing for hotel occupancy. It's doing its thing, right? It's nothing
Yeah.
different than the normal experience. So I'm not an expert on these numbers. At one point in time, I worked for the casino business and I could probably understand those more, but I shut that part of my brain off. But it's not hard to see from a graph and look at these numbers to understand that maybe everything's okay. So that's all I have to say. Okay, enough about all this BS. Wanted to remind you guys, if you are watching us live or on a replay, there is a QR code right here next to my face. Hello. Scan the QR code. Do yourself a favor. Set up a call with me. I want to help you figure out if moving to Vegas is right for you. If you need help with your credit or you need to understand what kind of loan programs you can qualify for, Amber is your girl. I'll make sure that we get you over to Amber. But I just really want to talk to you. Like, I don't care if you're moving now or 25 years from now, or if you don't even know if Vegas is for you, call me. Let's set up a call. I really do want to talk to you because I can share these stats with you. And I can also just remind you that like the sky is not falling. My head is not crushed. We're all good. So, Amber, talk to me a little bit about this program that we want to talk about today, because free money right now, having a program be released late in the year is not normal. Normally we're saying in January, they're going to be coming out. So tell me what's going on.
Yeah, usually they start the program. So like they'll say, okay, within next year. So it's not even January. January is when they start talking about it.
Right.
And then we'll hit them like February, March, April, the time for spring buying season.
Mhm.
This year is crazy because December 1st is when the program is being released.
I don't think I've ever seen that. Have we
I
ever
don't
seen
think I
that?
have either, but this is the time. So if you look at the perfect storm, okay?
Mhm.
So December is always, if somebody asks me, okay, when's the best time to buy? My natural answer is going to be when it's 120 degrees outside and during Christmas.
Yep.
Because that's the time that other people are not focused on buying houses.
Yep.
So then you get a better deal, right?
Juicy, crunchy time. It's granola. It's a granola. Yeah.
Yes, the granola right there. But so then we're hitting that time right now. And the last time I saw a $20,000 grant from like national grant, I think it was called Hope Brings You Home.
Yeah.
It was before COVID happened, and there was so much excitement for it because let's face it, we need money for down payment. That's the hardest thing for first time home buyers to get in houses is down payment. And a first time home buyer is if you haven't owned a house in the last 3 years, right?
Got it.
So
Wait,
the
say that
fact
again,
that
because everybody misses that. if you have not owned a home in the last 3 years, you are considered what, Amber?
A first-time home buyer.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Guy,
yeah.
and
So
also let's
sometimes
just be
people
blunt, you don't need 20% down either. Let's just put that out there too.
no,
Okay.
this is 0 money down, okay? So this is no money down. So all those myths just busted in one video, okay?
Busted. Busted.
Busted. So the last time that it came out, I remember I was doing seminars and stuff like that, just like what I would normally do at the beginning of a year.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden this grant hit, and then I had standing room only because so many people wanted it. They
Yeah.
have enough money from the federal government to cover 900 houses.
Oh
So
my
it's
good
very
grief.
limited to what they can do.
For Nevada only or Clark County only?
This is for Nevada, the state
Okay.
of Nevada.
Let me put this on the screen so you can walk through the program.
Okay. So just to kind of let you know that it's very limited because it is a true it's true grant money that you're receiving. So it's government funded money that you're going to be getting. So it's available. So the cool thing about this is, you know how we've been hearing about all the frontliners, the essential workers, all of this. There's finally a grant that's amazing for you guys. Nice
Oh, I
job.
love this.
And
Yes.
so like a site like so frontliners, like if you work in a hospital, if you are a construction worker, so basically anybody that had to stay working during COVID, like the people that were on the police officers, this program is for you.
Amber,
Firefighters,
have
this
you had a
program
day
is
off
for
since
you.
COVID? I don't even know if I've had a day off since COVID, actually. Just kidding. I'm going back. Sorry.
So the program is very defined on what you do for a living, right? They do want to see that you're either you're full time in the field or close to full time. Both buyers don't have to be in the field. So, like,
Oh,
let's say one of you is a nurse and the other one works in IT somewhere, right? Because
mhm.
the one's a nurse, we can use the program on it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay. It's available on conventional FHA, USDA, VA. So the down payment assistance is $20,000. The
Wow.
cool thing about this one is usually the $20,000 is used to just down payment assistance, right?
Right.
On this one, they're allowing me to use some of it for rate buy down or most
Oh,
of it for rate buy down, and the rest could be used for the down payment
wow.
or closing costs. So we can play with this. We can use this 20,000 to be able to help you get your payment better or help you get your rate better or both,
Oh my God.
So
That's
like,
they don't normally do that, right? That's
no,
pretty
this is the first one that I've had like this where I could take it and say, okay, I'm going to take this much money and put it towards rate buy now. The rest is going towards down payment, right?
wow.
And then hopefully we can get seller to cover closing costs. So then we could really play with it in a good way to be able to
Wow.
help a lot of people. The rate buy down, I mean, the official rates don't come out until December 1st, but the other day they had their launch of it.
Mhm.
So what the rates that they were talking about with the 2% buy down or a 4% buy down were actually really good rates. So to
Wow.
be able to couple that with a grant, like to be able to help with down payment too, pretty amazing. Pretty
Wow.
amazing right there.
I was just noticing on this, for those of you who are watching, if you're trying to read this document, I don't know what happened when I uploaded it, but some of the words blended together. So I can decipher that if you need me to. But the next thing I'm noticing though is, we do a lot of relocation, Amber. Like not we, but I definitely do a lot of relocation. I know you
Mhm.
work with everyone, so do I. But so many people who are moving here are wanting to take advantage of these programs. This program specifically, I think it's the first time I've seen it in a long time, where it's saying, am I right in reading this? It's saying you have to be a Nevada resident for at least 6 months.
Yep. So
Okay.
that's the thing about this program is that you have to be a Nevada resident for 6 months.
Okay. That's
So
okay. That's
you got
fine.
to be able to show proof that you've been here for 6 months.
What's cool
Um,
about that is there's a lot of people that move here and they rent for a year and then they want to
uh-huh.
buy. So this actually puts them
Mhm.
right in the pool as long as they, qualify with the other components here. Um,
Yeah.
Talk to me about the income limits. I know that it obviously maybe varies based on number of people in your home and all of that, but is it a lot of people assume, sorry, I don't like talking when there's like not our faces, so people I'm talking to you. A lot of
Mhm.
people assume with free money that like it's only for people who make $20,000 a year or that who are well below a certain level. And not
Mhm.
it's different for every single grant, right?
Mhm. It's different for every grant, and this grant actually allows you to make a decent amount of money too, because
Okay.
it's
Okay.
140% of the AMI. So, like a lot of grants, they'll hit you with like 80% area median income, right? So that's
Mm,
AMI. So like they'll hit you with you can only be at 80% of it or 100%. This one
Mhm.
goes higher, so you can actually make decent money and still qualify for the. Because let's face it, like if you make decent money, the cost of living has gone higher. So
Right.
to be able to pay your rent, pay all your expenses, it's hard to save. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't really matter what you make. It's hard to save right now.
Right.
So thankfully this program sees the need out there, sees what's happening, and is putting a program out to be able to meet the needs of people.
I love
Um,
that.
the other thing too is that 640 FICO score. So we have debt ratio that we have to hit on it plus credit score. So we can go to a higher debt ratio if you have a 680.
Oh,
640 we're limited to like a 45% debt ratio. So we'll play with that depending on what your debt to income ratios are.
wow.
And you don't have to just be a first time home buyer if you haven't had owned a home before. So what they explained is that you can't own another house right now, but
Okay.
if you're selling your house and it's sold, then we can reserve funds for the new house. So once the house is sold, you can reserve funds for the new house on this type of program if you fit all the eligibility requirements.
When you reserve the funds, like talk to me about timing. So it is strange that this is happening in December. I'm not used
It
to
is.
having like so it's very cool. And you know that you said there's only 900 houses or 900 people essentially that this can apply to, right? That's how
Mhm.
much the budget is.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
give me a scenario. Like, so when I'm always telling people, call me sooner rather than later, get in our system now so that you can have
Mhm.
stuff dialed up or in the works before you start shopping for a home. Number one, but number two, so that if stuff like this comes up, boom, you can like jump in feet first and maybe move your timeline
Mhm.
up. So let's say we have like a handful of people that are maybe thinking about coming next year, but this is a motivating factor. What would
Mhm.
you recommend they do? And what does that timeline look like as far as like to be able to hopefully grab up some of that budget?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. For me to reserve funds, so like remember, there's 900 people, and
Yeah,
that thankfully they're putting it out in typically the slow season, but hopefully this will make you want a house for Christmas
right.
because it does give you $20,000, right?
Yeah,
So it might not be the slow season this year. So
right.
that's kind of cool that it's like that. I don't
Yeah.
mind working through Christmas. Let's do this, right?
Let's do this. Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, so typically for me to reserve funds, not typically, this is how I reserve funds. We have to have an address.
Okay.
So you have to be in contract on a house.
Okay.
And
Got
then
it.
we can reserve the funds and then we have to close in a specific time frame
Okay.
because once we reserve the funds, we're locked into the interest rate.
Okay.
So then we have to close within a time frame of that. So like we only on a grant program, we only have so much time to close your loan. Like usually it's like 45 days.
Okay.
So if it's something that you were looking at early next year, let's look at it a little bit earlier, maybe a month earlier, and just
Yeah. I
kind
mean,
of see where
I
it's
would
at because
recommend like,
once you find the house, you still have 30 to 45 days to close.
yeah, sorry, I think I'm lagging a little bit. I don't know if I'm frozen in a funny
I think
space
it's
or
good.
face. Am I doing like the face? I was gonna say, so if you're thinking about buying next year or even considering like coming out to start looking, scan the code. Let's talk sooner rather than later because this money becomes available
Mhm.
on December 1st. And for
Yeah.
us to be able to shop for a home and get you in contract, that takes a teeny bit of time. We can jump, don't get me wrong. We can jump very high, very fast. But Amber has processes she has to go through. There's paperwork. It's a process. So, and if you need help with your credit or
Mhm.
some other things need to be tweaked, we need to start that stuff now. I also want to say
Mhm.
too that like it is one of our favorite things to talk about, the free money programs, because hope of home ownership is such a big goal and a mission for both of us. And I mean, it's been so beautiful over the last 9 years working with each other and being able to see people go from I
Yeah.
never thought I could own a home to now they own multiple homes. And it's really it's very amazing. It's amazing. But the reason I'm bringing that up is that a lot of people will hear what we're saying and go, that I tuned in thinking I was going to get 20 grand. And now there's all these things that make me think I can't get it or the timing doesn't align. This is not the only free money program out there. This is nowhere near the only free money program out there. It's
Mhm.
just one that we're talking about today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It is just one. I mean, I mean, we've talked about, so, thanks for mentioning that too, by the way, Lacey, because
Yeah.
I definitely don't want people to think like, oh, I'm never going to get it because my time isn't, when your timing is right, then let's look at all the stuff that's out there. This
Yeah.
is just a really cool one that's worth doing a video on
Yeah.
because it does offer a lot of cool aspects to it. But there's
And
a lot of
yeah.
different free money. There's a lot of different grant programs out there. As a
Yeah.
as in the mortgage world, I can't really call it free money, but there's a lot of
I
mortgage.
can. I'm saying it. Sometimes it's free. It depends on the stuff, but I'm allowed to say it. So I'm going to say what I want.
You're allowed.
But I will say this though, like, so we will be previewing, as we always do every year, as much of the free money or grant money or whatever we're allowed to call it, those programs, as we always do throughout the month of December into the new year. The biggest reason we were super excited about today, though, is because there are so many of you that have already told me, I'm going to wait till the beginning of the year. I'm going to come out in January. I'll be out there in February. If you can get $20,000 towards what you're trying to do and you could back up by a month and a half, please, for the love of God, let's talk about it. Let's do it. So just want to encourage everybody to genuinely, reach out. It's never a bother. We really want to be here. We want to help. If you have credit problems, Amber has people she can help you connect to. I have people. We want to help you overcome any obstacle, because a lot of the obstacles that we put in front of ourselves are self-imposed and honestly fake. They're just not real. We can overcome. There's a yes at the end of the game for you. Almost always. I don't think we've ever had anybody that there's been a no, as long as, we get that bone. We're like dogs with the bone. You're not taking our bone. We're going to get you a house. Or we want to.
It's our job to tell you how, not no, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And it makes me so sad. It's one of the things I love working with you, Amber, and I've loved this for 9 years, is that 9 years, girl, we're going into 9 years now.
Isn't
first
that
of all,
crazy?
anyway, is that you don't take no for an answer. And like, while I'm sure your husband loves that fact, I'm sure it's his favorite thing about you. I think that it's the most beautiful thing, because you really take time out of your day to do things that I don't know a lot of lenders that do that. Like, for instance, if someone needs help with fixing their credit, you're genuinely getting on the phone with them, talking about what you need to do. Here's the thing you need to let us help you, is what I'm saying. Amber will take the time to do stuff like that. And I think that because of that, it takes the fear away of being judged, because this is a judge-free zone. We don't judge here. It takes the fear out of it for people who work with us. And it also just makes them feel like they're safe. So we really do like to create a safe environment. So thank you for being that kind of a lender. It really means a lot to me.
Thanks, Lacey. Thanks, Lacey. So for me, homeownership changed my life. So let's just pay it forward right now. And I think that's what both of us do every day we walk into this world, right?
Yeah. So, I love it.
Here's one thing that's cool too, okay, is that there's a lot of talk right now about affordable housing. So the programs that are going to be coming out, I think, are going to be super fun. Like just heading into it in December, when programs don't usually come out. And then we have one of the coolest grants I've seen in a little while come out to be given. And then going into next year, there's going to be a lot of I just feel like that's the year of like affordable housing. So we're going to be seeing more and more programs or guideline changes, or because I mean, we can make 5 other videos about changes that have just happened just recently.
There's so much in the news right now about exactly what you just said. So I initially wanted to talk about the 50,000, the 50-year mortgage, which we'll probably do next time, but everybody else has already talked about it. This was something that's so sexy, so timely, so amazing, that we're going to be focusing on that stuff. There's news outlets and other people who can give you their hot take, and we're always happy to give you our hot take here when you ask us questions in the comments, but we're really staying focused on what we know matters and what makes a difference at the end of the day, and gives you a yes. I do think it's important. You're going to say yes, so I'm not even going to ask you this question. I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it for both of us. If you disagree, you say something, but I really do feel like this next year, fully this next year, is going to be just a really good time. It's going to be a buyer's market. It's not even, I guess it's a buyer's market now. It really is. It's not like an aggressive buyer's market where like sellers are crying as they sign their papers, but it's definitely a buyer's market. And I think it's going to be that way throughout this next year. So with all those beautiful programs coming out, all of these awesome, cool things that are popping up that we didn't even know were coming, I want to just say out loud, for those of you who are considering moving to Vegas or who are living here and you're just going to rent for a year, maybe rethink that. Period. If you have someone like me who is an expert on the area, who is never going to let you buy a house I wouldn't buy, who's going to tell you which area of town is going to feed you the experience you're hoping for. That's why I do this. That's why we do this. We got people like us working for you. Please, 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 especially in this next year, please, even if you're not as familiar with Vegas as you'd like to be, consider putting your feet in the market while the getting's good, because regret's not a fun thing to experience, but it's not even about regret. It's just that it makes no sense to me when you have people like you and I by your side why you would do it any other way. So I know it feels good to say I can get to know the area first, but you might be missing out on some major opportunities. So I'm off my soapbox now. What do you think, Amber?
Well, okay, so just following up on that. So here's my thought process is we're looking towards more programs coming out. More programs equals more opportunity for more people. So when we have more opportunity for more people, houses fly off the market a lot faster.
Yep.
And then typically when they're flying off the market a lot faster, prices go up. The incentives go down. So like
negotiability goes down, right? All
that's
that.
the thing. Yeah, like that's the thing right there. So you got to kind of look at it that way too. Like if you're going to look to rent for a while, rent for a little bit, and then stepping in and your budget is tight, step in while you can get stuff to help that budget. Because once it starts flowing in the affordable housing arena, there's more talk on the news about all that kind of stuff. Everybody's listening, and then they're jumping off the fence at the same time. To buy a house.
And we've talked about that a lot in the last 9 years of doing this, or 8-9 years of doing this. But now, I always say, now really more than ever, it just feels like a perfect storm for those who have really been waiting. Like, stop watching the rates. The rates are going to be the rates, right?
The rates are the rates.
Rates are the rates. Programming and opportunity for the type of house you can get, and people like you and I, Amber, that will help them prep with a game plan. Maybe like if renting, you have to rent. That's great. I've got ideas for that. I can give you some other options rather than just signing a lease for a year that a lot of people are doing, and it's shortening that time frame. And they lean in because they can tell with one phone call with me, they can tell that we're trustworthy and that we're in it to win it, man. So I don't know. This year just really feels pretty special. Actually, I'm pretty excited about it.
It does. I love all that's on the horizon right now, all the talk that's happening. I mean, I know there's a lot of negativity about the 50-year fix and whatever else is put out there, but honestly, if it helps one more person get into a house, just give me options. Let people choose what they want. Just give me options. I want more options. Bring it. Bring all the options.
I just want to beg everybody, like, I'm tired of talking about rates. If the rates, let's make a commitment that like somebody has to pay $1 if we say rates more than 5 times in the next video or something. I know that it's an important component, but I feel like so many of these other things can outweigh that. And don't listen to your uncle who did real estate 42 years ago, who's not in the market. Like, call the people, me and Amber, who know what's going on right now. So I'm going to jump over to the comments, Amber, and say hi to a few people. We've got some folks in here saying hello. If you're watching live, hello. Thank you for joining us. If you're watching this on a replay, please still comment. Let us know you dropped in. Tell us where you're watching from. And if you have questions, we do try to take questions from all of our live streams and bring them in, even if you're not here. So we've got, like I said, Sue said hi from Vancouver. Hey, Sue. Hey, Browns 236 from Temecula. Very nice. I got wine down there. Temecula. Thank you very much. Sammy. Hey, Sammy Sony out with her beautiful new last name. Hi, how are you, girl? I love you. She said she would screenshot my frozen face if I was like stuck because of my Wi-Fi not working. I would hope you would do that, and I would hope that I would get it via text right now. Boomer. Oh, I love that you guys are watching together. How sweet. Hey, Boomer. Good to see you.
Yeah, Wi-Fi a little.
Am I stuck?
I was like, oh, the cloud cover is getting us a little bit.
Oh, it is getting us. I was hoping please somebody screenshot and send me the ugly face I was making. Anyway, and lastly, Pollux. Hey, Pollux, good to see you. Gosh, you've been tuning into us for all 8 years, I think, or something close to that. So from Pittsburgh, good to see you. Thanks for always being here and supporting us. We have been silent for a couple months because I've been all over the place. It's my fault, not Amber's, but we're back, baby. We're back. We're walking into the juicy, crunchy time of the year. We've got Wi-Fi issues, so you can tune in for the funky faces. We've got all kinds of stuff. I'll be bringing out costumes and songs and dances pretty soon here. So, so keep joining us. We're going to be going live again weekly, and I'll probably do some live streams on my own on the other platforms. So, Amber, any guidance or well wishes for the upcoming Thanksgiving holiday?
Yeah, okay. So I was talking to a client today, and they're like, Amber, I won't be able to do something until Thanksgiving, and I'm thinking, we can't wait till Thanksgiving. And then I was like, oh, Thanksgiving is next week.
I know.
So happy Thanksgiving, everybody. It's a crazy year that it's already here, right? But yeah, I'm grateful for all of you, and I'm grateful for you, Lacey. Glad we're back on again. Glad I get to see your cute face, and we get to talk about all these fun programs coming up in the future.
Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. And to everybody watching, we will be back next week. So tune in. We'll be pre-planning it. So if you haven't done so already, subscribe, hit the bell. You will be notified. Amber has a channel too. So if you're watching on my channel, please go over to Amber's channel Amber Coleman, Guild Mortgage. You can't miss her. Amber as an Amber Coleman Loans, I think, or Home Loans.
Amber Coleman Loans, yeah.
Amber Coleman Loans. You guys can find her. Let's give her some love. And if you're not following this girl on Instagram, you should be. She does some really fun, cute stuff. And I've been getting a little bit loud over there too. So I mean, honestly, just spend every day all day with us. Like, let's go. Let's move in together. Let's have a great time. But I just want to say thank you again, Amber, for making time for me today. I'm going to go play in the rain. I hope you're going to go do the same.
Go do your rain dance. I'm going to go do the same. Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you after the holiday, and we will, or maybe before the holiday. We'll see. We'll see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.